Have you ever felt that knot in your stomach? That shaky feeling in your hands? Maybe it was right before a big presentation at school, trying out for a new sports team, or even just asking someone to hang out. That feeling, that is fear. And it is completely normal. But then, despite that feeling, you did it, did not you? You walked up to the podium. You tried out for the team. You sent that text, and afterwards, you probably felt amazing. Like you just conquered something huge. What was that magical force that helped you push through? What allowed you to act even when you were feeling scared? Well, today, we are going to talk about one of the most powerful and misunderstood forces in human nature, courage. And we are going to uncover a fascinating idea that I call the courage despite fear paradox. It is not a confusing puzzle, but a brilliant truth about how courage really works. Now, when we think about courage, what often comes to mind? Maybe a superhero flying into danger, or a brave knight facing a dragon. We often imagine someone who feels no fear at all. They just act. But here is the secret. That idea of courage, where there is no fear, is actually a bit of a misunderstanding. In fact, for an act to truly be courageous, there often needs to be some fear present. Think about it. If you are completely unafraid to do something, like say, tying your shoe, does it take courage to do it? Of course not. It is just a normal everyday action. But what if you are afraid of heights, and you decide to climb a tall ladder to help a cat stuck in a tree? You are feeling that fear, right? Your heart might be pounding, your palms might be sweaty, but you decide to climb anyway because the cat needs help. That is courage. So, the paradox is this. Many people think courage means you do not feel fear. But the truth is, courage means you feel fear, but you act anyway. You choose to move forward, despite the fear trying to hold you back. It is like having two voices in your head. One voice is fear, saying, "Stop, it is too risky. You might fail, stay safe." And the other voice, a quieter but determined one, says, "This is important. You can do this. Let us try." Courage is choosing to listen to that second voice. Now, you might be wondering, is there a difference between courage and bravery? These words are often used interchangeably, and that is okay. For most everyday conversations, they mean pretty much the same thing. However, some thinkers and psychologists like to make a small distinction, and it can be helpful for understanding courage even more deeply. Often, bravery is used to describe acts where someone faces immediate physical danger with daring and boldness. Think of a firefighter rushing into a burning building. They are incredibly brave. Courage, on the other hand, can be a broader term. While it certainly includes physical bravery, it also encompasses other kinds of challenges, like emotional, moral, or social challenges. Courage often involves a sustained effort over time, a willingness to endure discomfort, or a choice to act according to your values, even when it is hard. For example, it takes courage to admit you made a mistake, even if it is embarrassing. It takes courage to stand up for a friend who is being teased, even if it means you might get teased too. It takes courage to keep trying at something new when you are not very good at it yet. These situations might not involve immediate physical danger, but they definitely involve fear. Fear of judgment, fear of rejection, fear of failure. So, while all brave acts are courageous, not all courageous acts involve immediate physical bravery. Both are about facing difficulty, but courage often highlights the internal struggle and the choice to act despite fear. For the rest of our talk today, we will use courage to include both these amazing qualities. So, if courage is not just about being fearless, what does it actually look like? It looks like so many different things. And here is the important part. Courage is not just for superheroes or soldiers. It is for everyone in everyday life. Courage can look like speaking up. When you see something unfair happening and you speak up, even if your voice shakes a little, this is called moral courage. You are facing the fear of conflict or judgment, trying something new, stepping out of your comfort zone, trying a new sport, joining a new club, or learning a new skill. This often involves the fear of failure or looking foolish. This is personal courage. Admitting mistakes, saying, "I am sorry," or "I was wrong," especially when it is difficult. This takes emotional courage because it means facing feelings of embarrassment or shame. Being yourself, standing strong in your own identity, even if it means being different from others. This is about facing the fear of not fitting in or being rejected. This is social courage. Persevering, keeping going when things get tough, when you feel like giving up. This is resilience courage, facing the fear of not being good enough or the pain of hard work. Asking for help, recognizing when you need support and reaching out to others. This takes courage because it means being vulnerable and facing the fear of being seen as weak. Saying no, setting boundaries and saying no to things you do not want to do, even if there is pressure. This is about respecting yourself and facing the fear of disappointing others. See? Courage is not about grand, dramatic gestures all the time. Often, it is in the small, daily choices we make to face our fears and act according to what we believe is right or important. So, what does courage truly mean? First, it means acknowledging fear. It does not mean ignoring it or pretending it is not there. Courageous people feel the same jitters, the same anxiety as anyone else. But they say to themselves, "Okay, I feel this fear. Now, what am I going to do about it?" Second, courage means making a conscious choice. It is an act of your will. You are choosing to proceed, to take that step, even when every fiber of your being might be telling you to run and hide. It is about deciding that the goal or the value you are acting for is more important than your fear. Third, courage means growth. Just like a muscle, the more you use your courage, the stronger it gets. Every time you face a fear and act anyway, you are building your core ag muscle. The next time, it might still be scary, but it will feel a little less impossible. You learn that you can handle more than you thought you could. Think about it. The first time you tried to ride a bike without training wheels, it was probably terrifying. But you kept trying, you fell. You got back up, and eventually, you rode. That was courage. And now, riding a bike is easy. You strengthened your courage muscle. This leads us to a really important question. Why does courage matter so much? Why is it one of the most admired human qualities across cultures and throughout history? Courage matters for many reasons. It helps us grow. Without courage, we would stay stuck. We would never try new things, learn new skills, or push our boundaries. Courage is the key that unlocks our potential and helps us discover what we are truly capable of. It helps us achieve our dreams. Every big goal, every dream, involves overcoming obstacles and facing uncertainties. Whether it is getting into a specific college, becoming a great artist, or starting a business, you will encounter moments of doubt and fear. Courage is what keeps you moving forward, even when the path is unclear or difficult. It builds self-confidence. Every time you act with courage, you prove to yourself that you are capable, strong, and resilient. This builds genuine self-confidence, not bragging, but a quiet inner belief in your own ability to handle challenges. Furthermore, courage matters because it strengthens relationships. Being courageous means being willing to be vulnerable, to communicate honestly, and to resolve conflicts. It means having the courage to forgive or to ask for forgiveness. These acts build trust and deeper connections with others. It creates positive change, from standing up to a bully on the playground to fighting for human rights. Courage is the driving force behind positive change in the world. People with moral courage are willing to challenge the status quo, even when it is uncomfortable or dangerous, to make things better for everyone. It allows us to live authentically. Courage gives us the strength to be true to ourselves, to live in alignment with our values, and to express who we truly are, rather than trying to be someone we are not just to fit in. This leads to a more fulfilling and meaningful life. So, practically speaking, how does courage help us in our daily lives? It helps us in countless ways, acting like an inner superpower that allows us to navigate the world more effectively. It helps us overcome challenges. Life is full of challenges, big and small. Courage gives us the mental and emotional strength to face them head-on instead of avoiding them. Whether it is a tough math problem, a misunderstanding with a friend, or a difficult decision, courage helps us lean into the problem-solving process. It helps us learn and grow. Every time you try something new, you risk failure. But courageous people understand that failure is a part of learning. They have the courage to make mistakes, to get feedback, and to try again. This mindset is essential for learning and personal development. It improves our mental well-being. Constantly avoiding fears can lead to anxiety and a feeling of being stuck. When you act with courage, even in small ways, you build a sense of mastery and accomplishment. This can reduce anxiety and boost your overall mood and self-esteem. You learn to trust yourself. It opens doors to new opportunities. Often, the best opportunities lie just outside our comfort zone. It takes courage to apply for that competitive program, to audition for the play, or to volunteer for a leadership role. By having courage, you open doors that would otherwise remain closed. It makes us resilient. Life will inevitably throw curveballs. Courage helps us bounce back from setbacks and disappointments. It teaches us that we can endure difficulties and emerge stronger on the other side. This resilience is a vital life skill. So the next time you feel that familiar flutter of fear, whether it is before a test, starting a new project, or standing up for what is right, remember the courage despite fear paradox. That fear is not a sign that you should stop. It is often a sign that you are on the edge of something important, something that will help you grow, something that truly matters. Your courage is not about getting rid of that fear. It is about acknowledging it, taking a deep breath, and choosing to act anyway. You have this amazing power inside you, every single one of you, the power to be courageous. And by using it, you will not only unlock your own potential, but also inspire others around you. So go out there, embrace those moments of fear, and show the world what true courage looks like.